3, 2, 1. Okay. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Lupus Talks. Again, I tell you, I'm just having a great day. This is April 1st, 2025. We're getting started as our growth series. We're going to continue this growth series, educating everybody on lupus, the benefit, and how we can help each other in the community where we are. No matter where you are in the country, we want to make sure that you get the full facts of the matter of lupus, what it's all entailing, and how to help those who you know who are suffering from this autoimmune disease. It is serious business, ladies and gentlemen, because the fact of the matter is that a lot of the medications that that people can't afford right now, the government is trying to take away. So we need to support each other. We need to grow. We need to continue to speak out and let your congressman know, let everybody know what's at stake. And again, this is a collective group. This is for everybody to participate in. And to give further information, you can always go to our website at lupusofnevada.org, O-R-G. It is a 501c3 nonprofit organization founded by Calvinia Williams, who's been heading this for over 20 years. And her lovely sidekick, Dolores Olson, who we can now see again. We are really happy that we got the two dynamic duos to share today in reference to Lupus Talks. This has been a good regular podcast that we put together. Dr. Williams' vision has always been to help the people in the general public to get informed and be educated so they can make great decisions and not have to do this alone, that you're not alone. You do have a support system, and there is a support system out there for you. If you don't have one in your local area where you are, no matter what part of the country you're in, you can always go to our website at lupusofnevada.org. Calvin is also an author, a beautiful author of a book, Loving God While Living with Lupus. And she's writing more books lately. I'm really trying to get more books out there. So she can share her story. And we're trying to get Dolores to write a book too, but we don't know about that yet. We're going to find out. But anyway, we're going to keep that ball rolling and make sure that everybody have a testimony and a story to tell. And if you have any questions or inquiries, or if you want to participate in this movement for this organization, go to our website, fill out the form, and we will be happy to respond directly to you. In all questions is never a crazy question or an informal question. It's just questions. We'll be happy to answer. I'm always looking to hear from you guys and getting the feedback on what's going on with you with lupus and how are you dealing with it. What is your story? You want to share a little bit of that, we can have you on here. We're going to have doctors as well to share what's going on for 2025. Now, that's a big number, right? 2025. So we want to see what's happening and how things are going. So with that being said, Dr. Williams, you can take it away.
Thank you. I thank everyone for viewing this page. And I'm excited too, because we're getting people to feedback on this page. And we need you to stick with us. Don't lose us. Stay with us, because we need you in support of continued efforts in research and just a lot of things that's going on. I would like you to hit follow, save, and maybe if you want to, subscribe. We'd love that. So with no further ado, I'm going to introduce Dolores too. She is our co-chair. Not co-chair, our co-host. I just bit the side of my lip. I have a lupus sore in my mouth. I'm dealing, y'all. I'm dealing. That's what I'm dealing. Dolores, would you like to say something?
Well, I'd like to say hello, everybody. And I'm just so happy that I'm showing my face. I've been sick for a while. So when you're sick in that, you're behind cameras for a while. But I am all well put together now, and I thank you guys for coming through to our platform. This is an educational platform, and I'm so happy to be able to share with you experience and things that associated with from thyroid and Graves' disease and stuff. So I'm so happy to be able to share with that. So as soon as Dr. Williams, Dr. Calvinia Williams does her stuff, then I'll get going with mine.
And this is interchangeable for both of us. I'm going to refer back to Living with Lupus. It's my lupus team, and the writer was written by Anastasia Kleeman. Excuse me if I'm not pronouncing that name correctly, but we're going to be talking about lupus and relationships, because I've had quite a few people to call me and ask me, they got a boyfriend, they don't want to tell him anything, what do they do? And it's trying. It's very trying, because they're upset because they don't want to lose that relationship. So did some research, and well, first of all, I told that one person of ours, our family member, she contacted me and let me know about a new relationship, and she would come up missing every 2 days. Well, she'd come up missing and she'd be gone for 2 days. Well, the new relationship, the gentleman said, I don't understand this. You know, are you in another relationship or what? Because I can't even contact you. So when she contacted me, we talked about it. I said, it's not fair for you to have the lupus just for yourself. If you're in a relationship, that is a shared responsibility. If he is serious about the relationship with you, then he should join in on the relationship with you. So you have him running all over the place, getting all kinds of, I don't know if it was medication or something, but it was something. And he's doing all that for you, and you're locked up in the house. You got to open up your arms and say, hey, this is what's going on with me. She called me back, and she was so happy because she talked to him, and it was great. I told her to tell him to get on our show and express his feelings, express his feelings. Lupus and its treatments can have emotional and physical effects on your sex life. You may struggle with fatigue, weight gain, self-esteem, body image, vaginal dryness, mouth sores, like I have, chronic pain, and all these can affect your sex drive and ability to exchange sexually. This is important because a lot of people who are in marriages are facing this. And the ones that aren't, they're facing it too. But proactive and compassionate communication is crucial when it comes to intimacy. One tactic for a productive conversation about sexual preferences or needs centers on I statements. I statements. I this, I that, I this. Give them all those I's about the lupus, about what it's doing to you. Give him the fatigue, give him the vaginal dryness, give him all of that. That's so important. So you're not losing someone. He's not there for sexual activity. I'm going to tell you that now. If he's with you with this lupus, you have to find that support, and finding the support you deserve in a relationship. Just because you have lupus doesn't mean you should tolerate an unhealthy relationship. It doesn't mean that. Relationships must be based on a foundation of mutual respect, support, regardless of uncontrollable circumstances that it may cause. I want you to think about this, and the question that I'm going to leave you with, because I have another topic to talk about, is what's your relationship like? Share it with us. Text us and let us know. Are there any complications in your relationship life? Is it something you'd like to address? We don't know it all, but we certainly can research and help you get through talking. It's good to have someone to talk to you about, relationships. That's just what we do here. We talk about everything, and that's so important for us. I even talk to family about how I'm feeling, and what I need to do. So now we're going to go to the next subject, which you have lupus travel. And that is an excellent topic, because a lot of people travel and they don't know how to pack. They just don't know how to pack. And this is a guide to traveling, and it's coming from the Lupus Foundation. Pack your bags, medication to manage your flares. You have to do that. Because if you leave without medication, there is a problem. And you can't call the pharmacy to try to get that medicine, because your insurance may not approve it, because they just gave you the medication last week and you have forgotten it and you're in a different state. Now, that happened to me some time ago, many, many years ago. And my pharmacist, after talking to the insurance company, allowed me to have 10 pills until I got back. So they may negotiate with you and give you that. But you need to have traveling companions with you too. I usually have my baby brother with me because it's best to be open with your friends and family in advance about what you may and may not be able to do, and they're there for you. You know, if I can't pick up something, which I'm not supposed to, I picked up something and it just felt like my whole chest was gone. I can't do that. You know, I need help to do it. So we got our little red wagon available at the door. So my son's dropping off whole food, groceries. So we'll be able to put those bags in the red wagon. Don't try to do everything yourself. You know, when you have long periods, when you're prepared for long distance travel, long periods of time spent setting can be difficult if you experience joint muscle pain. Some people with lupus are also a higher risk for developing blood clots when they set too long. And I know that's me on the plane. I cannot set in a certain area. I have to set towards the front where they have the length of my legs. You know, it's longer up there because I have cramping pains in my legs and I don't want blood clots to happen, because I would not know what to do but to call the stewardess and ask her to call the doctor on the plane. I just wouldn't know, because you don't want those clots to hit your heart. So anytime you have a long flight, you need to have stretch breaks every hour. You need to just get up there and just stretch. Just stretch. Ask the attendant, is it okay for me to stretch? You can't stretch in your seat under that, what is it, under the lights and everything like that. You're going to have to get somewhere and be able to stretch. You know, if it's in the hall aisleway, or if they have another place where you can stretch, that's what you need to do. And don't go stretch in the bathroom, because that's not going to help you at all, because that is so small. It's like a box, and it's hard to get in and hard to get out. So, Dolores, am I right?
Yeah, that's right.
And, you know, so it's so important, you know, how much you need to walk. You need to walk, you know, plan a trip. You may walk, you may want to talk to your doctor about it and ask him, you know, is it safe for me to walk? You know, if I'm out of town, can I walk long distances? Say you do 6 miles. I did, you know, at one time about 2 years ago, and I'm getting ready to start walking again around the block. You know, that 6 miles adds up. You do 2 miles. First you do 1 mile, then 2 miles, then 3 miles. Carry your walker with you. If you're having problems with your legs, take that walker with you, and you're able to sit down wherever you can and get a respite. That's exactly what you do. You have to understand fatigue is a big problem with this. And if you can't breathe and you have oxygen, if you have the baby oxygen cylinders with you, take that with you. I have one that I bought at the store that it spits out air, you know, because I told them I cannot take a big oxygen tank that I don't have to walk down the street, and I drop it and what is it? It blows off like a rocket ship. And that can't happen because somebody can get hurt because my arms are weak. So as you get older, things are going to happen to you. Don't fret. Don't say, I can't, I can't, I can't. What you say is, I can't. I can't. I'm going to do this. You know, if you can't open plastic containers, you know, get your helper. I get my brother and say, okay, let's open this. But then sometimes I can't open it. It just depends. That fibromyalgia is no joke. Sjogren's is no joke. They're all there. So, and be kind to your body, you know. And I'm spiritual, so I get up praying. On 3 o'clock, I'm praying. I ask God to protect my body, protect my family, protect my friends, you know. And that's how I get by, because I have to have that strength. No man can give me the strength. My doctor can't give me that strength. That strength has to be within you through the grace of God. So I'm going to give you to Dolores and let Dolores do the other half. Dolores, you're on.
Well, hello, everybody. This topic is very, very important because we're talking about thyroid as well, and then I'm gonna go into a little bit of the Graves' disease too. I'm gonna talk about more of the thyroid. It's very, very, very important to have science. Like right now, it's affecting my nerves because I'm kind of jumpy right now, and it will affect your nerves. That's number one, and it's also too a lot of things that associate with thyroid. You get faintage. You feel like you're gonna faint. Um, hot flashes, just like menopause. Like I am premenopause, and soon to go to the regular menopause, to full menopause. So that's the same thing. You get muscle aches, same thing. That's as menopause. You get puffy face. You get cold hands, feet. Weight gain. That depends. That's the hypo. You can lose weight if you're hyper like that. Dry skin, brittle nails, sleep problems, faintish, sluggish, cold. Oh man, that's me. I feel hot, then feel cold, and I'm going through premenopause too. Also, so you got a low energy, brain fog. Like I get brain fog too. I always get brain fog. So there's a lot of things that's associated with it, but there's signs that if you have trouble swallowing, definitely get that thyroid checked out because it could be cancer. Because I had cancer when I was in my late 27, about 27 years old. I believe I was 27 years old when I first was diagnosed with thyroid cancer, and they removed it from radiation. But nowadays they do chemo and then they do radiation. Because if they would have cut through it, it would have spread all through the body. So that could have put more harm to me. And then living too without a thyroid, you can still live a good life in that, but you just have to make sure you take your levothyroxine. That's your hormone, the hormone pill that you need to function your body because you cannot function without a thyroid. So it's very important that you take your medications on time in the morning on an empty stomach. If you have coffee, you gotta wait. You gotta wait for a while to have coffee. You gotta wait for a while to eat. And then, so now also associated with is Graves' disease, right? Which I have Graves' disease. You will always have it, even though you have no thyroid, you still have it. And you get your eyes bulge. Some people's eyes bulge out. They look like a state of shock. You know, I'm not trying to be offended, but that's how it looks. Because people see it like they look like they're shocked because that's what happens when the eyes bug out. And then also too, it can interfere too with the heart too. Same with thyroid hyperthyroidism can interfere with your heart too because your speed, the speed so fast. Like my speed, I'm losing weight. I'm losing weight now, like that. So, but actually too, without a thyroid, you can also, if you have a good diet, you can lose weight with being hyperthyroid. But if you do not have a good diet, you can gain the weight. So that's the difference because you have no thyroid. But if you had a thyroid, you'd be continue to lose that weight. So that's the difference with that. So mainly it's very, very important to talk to your physician about any problems that you have, anything that you feel. It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong. It's nothing to be ashamed of. We all go through it. Like I told you, I'm premenopause and with the thyroid and stuff. And same thing, just like they were talking about with your sex life, right? With everybody's sex life, right? You're gonna get that, and when you're premenopause, right? Same thing, vagina dryness, and you're gonna have a lot of complications, complications, which you have to communicate. Which that's what Dr. Williams was saying, right? You have to communicate because if you don't communicate, your spouse don't know anything, your partner don't know. You have to stay in contact because more they know because like I said, men are for different marks and
Yeah, girl. You know what they think you doing? You don't know what they think. You're cheating. I know you're cheating. I know you're cheating. Then there'll be a big fight, and then your upcoming
yes,
divorce.
that exactly because they think because they don't know because men think differently than women. You know, we're two different people. They have to go to their cave for a while to think about things. And women, we like to talk, right? But we need
Hmm.
to be more open when we have problems like that, even when your relationships. Same thing, relationships. Even when you go through premenopause, I'm going through brain fog right now, right? You got to communicate. Say, hey, I'm going through this. I have hot flashes. I'm feeling like this. Honey, I don't feel like having sex. Hey, that's how it is
It's
when you
good.
go through premenopause.
Dolores,
Don't feel like doing that.
go ahead.
So you just have to have the recognition. It's the same thing like with thyroid and stuff like that. You got to just be careful with your activities when you have a hyperthyroidness, hypothyroidism. You got to be careful on your activities. Just don't do too much of a high. You're going to exercise. It's okay to exercise, but don't do high intense exercise because it's going to speed up your heartbeat so fast, and you don't want to pass out.
And you won't be able to breathe. It's like
Yeah,
today.
yeah. It
I
takes
was
that breath away
getting
from
ready. I was getting ready for the show, and our dear executive producer called me and said, "Can you get on my show at 12:30?" I said, "I'm taking 26 pills because they took 2 off of me. I can't." But if
Yes.
he had asked me earlier, I don't have a problem. Like next week, I don't have a problem with it. But you have to know when to say no and when to say yes. I was always a yes woman. Everybody asked me, "Can you do my resume? Can you write this up for me? Can because I love to write. Can you write this? Can you do this? Can you do a chart for me?" And I was always saying yes, 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 yes. And it got too overwhelming for me. And what happened is these people got angry with me because I didn't finish their projects. I didn't get paid for them. I was doing them for free anyway, but I had a responsibility to say, no, that is too much on my plate. And we have to understand that when no means no, that's what it means, no. Also, Dolores, she mentioned something about the thyroid. My thyroid, I have a thyroid, levothyroxine. I take that thyroid pill. I took it, and I thought about what you said last night. I took it at 6 a.m. in the morning, and then I took the rest of my pills like at 10. No, not 10. No, because he called me. So it had to be around 11:30, close. Yeah, it had to be around that time when Ed called me. So you have to understand, I'm thinking I'm getting through with all these pills and I'm messing myself up because the pills that are supposed to do something for me, I'm not allowing them to get into my system and do what they're supposed to do because I'm hoarding all the medication and the vitamins and all that. Oh, I got rid of it. Huh. And what I was doing was hurting myself because when I told her my thyroid was hurting, it just felt like, it was closing up. And that's what it was about, is that I took that medication the wrong way. And far as eating, I just say as I get older, I want to say this before the fog hits in. Black women, and I mean women, I was raised up in a household that lupus was back then, but it was taboo. They would go in the kitchen and talk, and they didn't want to share any of that information. When I go through the doors, I'd be trying to peep around the walls to listen to my mom say, "This is not your business, grown folk business, go in your bedroom, study, whatever." And, but it was taboo with them. And some families are the same way. They don't like hearing that because lupus represents death to them because it hits all the different organs in any kind of way, and they don't want to lose their ones. They rather keep it out of their lifestyle and say, "Oh, she's doing fine, she's doing this and that." But lupus is not a death sentence. It is a life sentence for me. It's the quality life that you live. And that is so important for me. And far as maintaining my weight, I'll be a year from now, 68, 69, I'll be 69, and then next year I'll be 70. So I watch what I eat, and if I want something, I eat it. But I eat it in moderation, like Dolores knows. I won't eat a whole lot of stuff like I ate. I get me some Twinkies, and it's gone. I'll cut it in. I'm telling on myself, my son might be listening. I don't eat the Twinkies now, Emil. Because he's going to look at these shows. I used to cut them up and just gorge it in. Then do this, do that. I'm watching what I eat, putting in my system what I need, vitamins and black seed oil and all of that, black seed supplements and everything. So we have to be aware of our bodies. All I want to do, and I want to just tell you guys, and I'll give it back to the Lord, I just want to live a quality life. I'm managing my weight, looks good. Like the doctor said, oh, you look good, for your age. I'm managing that, and I'm not worrying about really things. Things come up that irritate me, but I just have to keep going and know there'll be a brighter day. Dolores?
Yeah, and one thing too, I had a brain fog just now too. So that's how it is. That's how it is with two hormone problems, a thyroid and that pretty wonderful menopause. Yes.
Isn't that something? And then they ask you, well, didn't I just ask you? Tone it down. You know who I'm talking about. I won't mention name. Tone it down. Tone it down. What did you ask what did you ask me? Well, I asked you, did you blah, blah, blah. I forgot it. Brain fog just came through. It just walked right through my head and walked out. You know how it gets on that train and zooms through my head, or gets on that plane, zooms through my head? Be patient. Because it does happen.
I know how you feel. I think my mind be going to the Caribbean half of the time.
Yeah.
Sailing on that boat. Because I'd be like, what? And then I'm like, I can't remember what I said. What I was going to say.
Yeah, Nathan was telling me,
Yeah.
I was working on my sermon for the show, coming into the light for the ministry. And then I was working on the research for today. And I was studying the book of Jeremiah. That's where the sermon is going to come out of. Then I was looking at my book that's supposed to come out, and the producer has that, chief editor has that now. And I was thinking, okay, now what am I missing in Revelations in that book? So there were so many things. And then I had the spiritual, guidance, the people talking about the Bible, Jeremiah, the book of Jeremiah, and just all of it. And Nathan said, how can you do all that? I said, I used to do all that. And if I don't gather it together and write it down and check it off, I will lose all of it, because the fog will come in and take it all from me. So that's how I work mine. I write everything down, then I check off, okay, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. I just have to check it off. You guys be aware. Keep scaring people around here with Social Security. No good and well. There's 83, 84 million people, or 86 million people, don't quote the number, but it's around that are on Social Security, disability, Social Security, period. And God is not through with us yet. No one's just going to kick us off and say, we're just not going to get it. They make it difficult that they're closing all these field offices, and people are in their beds and they can't do this and that. So the idea is you can do it by computer. Call them kids and grandkids, whatever, and ask them in that convalescent home, is a social worker here, so we can get on my computer and I can file whatever I need to file, so I'll be okay. There's always a way to do something. I'm not fearing what man can do for me. Every day I say, okay, God, I'm not going to fear, but that flesh is.
I think her mic is off.
Okay.
Because I thought I seen her little moving a little bit, but I didn't think her
Dolores?
mic. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, that they have to call me. I don't know why a doctor called me, Dr. Laurel called me. I don't even know who she is. She might be wanting to be on the podcast. But anyway, I'm back. I was trying to get out of that, and then anyway, I'm cool. You there?
Yes, we here.
Okay, so anyway, that's what I said. Don't let fear take you out. Don't let it take you out. I've been there. I ain't gonna say I've been there. I've been there most recently, Well, what's the output? What's gonna happen? What's this? What's that? only God knows. You're here for a reason. He's not going to let you go, and you just got to keep going and love your friends. And y'all, the thing I can tell you, because I love my African shows, I'm going to tell y'all that now. I love my homeland. Please forgive one another. Please. If you forgive one another, you're forgiving yourself, and you live a long life. I don't care what they did. I've had some people hate me, told me they're going to cut my kneecaps off because of lupus of Nevada, and they wanted to take it from me. And I had to have my dad, who's rest in peace now, and my baby son, who was 10 years old, to be my security guards, because I was at the library, Ed. I was at the library doing my thing, and they wanted to cut my legs off. For what? For giving information. So it's a long thing. They know who they are, but I forgive them.
Right.
I forgive. If they don't want to, I forgive them. There's some haterade going on here. We do something, they do something. We do something. I need to call Mary J. Blige, sing the song to them. So anyway, that's me.
Okay.
Actually, a good one is called Two Steps to My Haters. That's a good one.
With forgiveness on the end. I forgive you. I forgive you.
Yeah, that is right. That is right. I'm really excited for everybody who's tuned in. And as I say, this has been a great topic. You got ladies have always, as always, share from the heart and share with passion and belief. And it's interesting that we don't get this kind of talk about lupus on a regular basis. And a lot of people can't talk about lupus on a regular basis due to the fact of what's going on with them. And the mood swings do happen. I mean, people have mood changes. It happens. I mean, hey, 1 minute they're fine, next minute, hey, you better watch out now.
We turn into a wolf, Ed, because that's the name. Wolf. Yeah, that's the name. I know my son, my brother was trying to knock on the door and come in. He looked at me and he turned back around and walked.
Yeah. Well, that's how it goes.
I apologize. I'm sorry. I was getting ready to get in a mood swing. I got my Bible open reading. I'm so sorry.
So this is a rule of thumb and rule of thought here. Be quiet. Whenever you see things happen like that, just be quiet. Don't say nothing. Just be quiet. Yeah. That will get you out of a whole lot of mess that you don't want to get into.
That's right.
Exactly. Exactly.
Just be quiet, be still, be quiet, and let God be God.
Yeah,
that's right. Amen to that.
So anyway, I just want to thank everybody for this edition, for tuning in for Lupus Talk. We're going to have a lot more. This is April 1st, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the coolest. I love this month because not only is it a good month for me, but it's a good month, period. And we're starting the second quarter of the new year. And we do a 90-day run, as I share with everybody, a 90-day run. So all the information, of course, will always be, you can revisit the information on the website at lupusnevada.org, on Facebook, and of course on this YouTube channel. And this YouTube channel, we want you guys to like and subscribe this channel, and basically, don't forget to ring the bell too, because that's going to be nice. So we can basically get your feedback and put in the comments what you think about your experience with lupus, if you have it, and then people who you know have lupus, your experience dealing with them. And let's have a good conversation on how we can help each other and how we can grow with each other. I mean, it's not such of a plague where people have to be that far standoffish when it comes to talking to you or sharing information with you. We just want to kind of give information where it lies, so you can do the best that you can become, and live a good quality life. That's basically what it's all about, living a good quality of life living. And that's what it's all about. And we're not here to do anything other. And so with that, I want to say, you guys continue to give us some information and some feedback. That'd be appreciated. But Dr. Williams, any final words on Dolores?
Yes, I want to let them know to please keep in contact with us, email us so we can. I think we've answered everyone's questions, and Dolores and I will share if people calling about the Graves' disease and thyroid and all of that. Certainly, I'll be in contact with Dolores. So we can send that text out, send that email out, and do research, because we just don't say yes, no. We will research it and send you I'm a research person. If you tell me the sky is green, I'm gonna find everything to combat that, saying it's blue. He made it blue. He made it blue. The last thing I want to say is thank you, Jesus, for my health, for my friends, for the people that are viewing this show, for Ed and his wonderful birthday that he's still here with us. And Dolores has one in June. I got mine in October. So thank you and happy birthday.
Hey, thank you, Dolores.
And I would like to say that the key point, you want to always communicate by anything, and then also to laugh about things, because I always sit there and laugh about my premenopause when I'm going through. I'm a hot mess, but I love it too, like that, because it makes you feel good, because it's a beautiful stage. It's just saying that you're growing and you're maturing. Like that, you're going through things, but just be open. It's the best thing to do. Is be open with it, and allow God to work within you too. Pray about things too.
Yeah, Dolores, where the fans at?
Yeah, where the fans at?
She did the dance. Where the fans at? Where the fans at?
Yeah, where the fans at?
Well, next week, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have another topic of Lupus Talks, and matter of fact, I'm gonna have Dolores to share some of her recipes again, because I think the food has really taken another toll again. I've been hearing, I heard some of one reply on the website asked about the types of foods that's good for them to eat, but they tried everything and it's still not helping them. And I don't know if it's with the seasoning they put in the food, or is it the type of how you're preparing it? So it's a lot of different factors that go into that. But fruits and vegetables, you can never go wrong there, unless make sure it's clean though. Fruits and vegetables. But right, yeah, and I love okra, so you can't go wrong there.
Okra.
That's a Mississippi thing. But anyway,
pickled okra.
Oh yeah, I love okra. So
okra too.
yes, ma'am. So we'll have some more topics on that about foods and different types of things. Miss Dolores Olson will be happy to share.
Yes.
I will. I would love to keep you in shape and healthy.
Right, because she's on that regimen right now, and I've been.
Yeah, she'll do that. She did that other half. Come on now, I want to hear the food too. I'm hungry.
So next week we'll have her to share that. I know a lot of people have been inquiring or reference to that. Thank you for your comments about it. We just want to kind of put a season for that. But the month of April is our growth month. So before we go to May, which is Lupus Awareness Month, we want to make sure that we are prepared and ready for us to really step up and step out, so we can help as many people as allow us to help them. Now, remember this well, ladies and gentlemen. You can only help people that give you permission to do so. If they don't give you permission to help them, there's nothing you can do.
Walk away.
Step back, shake it off, and move forward.
That's right.
Paul shook the dust from his feet.
That's right. Shake the dust off your feet and keep it stepping.
Yes, that's right.
Because people have to give you permission to help them. I know how much you are really eager to do something good for them, but if they don't give you permission, no need in fighting the funk. Let it go. All right. With that, I want to thank you all for this edition of Lupus Talks. We'll talk to you again next week. 2 p.m. again, Pacific Standard Time, and that's 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So don't get the times mixed up. We're sending this out. Again, go to our website at lupusonnevada.org. And I'm talking about the brain fog. I'll tell you, that kind of like a hurt thing is passing around. But anyway, I'm just thankful and continue to keep the faith, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll talk to you again next week. Take care now.
Thank
Bye.
you. God bless you guys.
Bye-bye, you guys.